much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes!
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the TA. Thanks. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the guard position. And for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at center. Now here's Jones. Out to the right wing. Robinson for three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Here's Garland. Following the score by Miami. Pass to Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Butler in the corner. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here is Love. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. That one goes in. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
Well, that kind of assist will make you very popular with your teammates. Kevin Love is adept as a big man at putting it on time and on target.
Now, here is Robinson. 23 points for him the last game against Charlotte.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Porter's checked in. Then for the Heat, Crowder is checked in for Derek Jones. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. And the dunk by Love.
Oh, guys, Love leaves no doubt with the finish on that one.
With the pass.
The Heat trail by 3.
Boy, I have such great admiration for Kevin Love. We so often think these athletes are invincible. The reality is they're just like you and I. Kevin shared his bout with anxiety and panic attacks, and I believe by doing that, guys, he has helped countless people.
4 on the clock. Here's Hero, and it's Miami with another.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Pass to Drummond. First quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. And Commissioner Adam Silver said we're in an age of anxiety, and Doris expressed concern over the emotional well-being of the players.
Well, I think, Kevin, he pointed to social media, ironically, as isolating for players. They're always looking down at their phones. They're always wearing headphones. This generation, face-to-face connections, so crucial for a team and individual health.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Garland, no good.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
To the inside, Crowder with the steal. Butler attacking the dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Darius Garland picks one up.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
Free throw no good for Butler. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Nance. Looking to end the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Andre Iguodala.
Larry Nance Jr. doing a tremendous job drawing the contact. Get the defense to commit. Get yourself to the foul line.
Both free throws good from Nance. Fires for 3. He can't get that one. And a good game so far as we conclude Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well.
I worked extremely hard.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Colin Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here's Sexton. Defense is right there. The kick out to Porter. To the middle. It's stolen by Dragic. And it's the Heat on the break. 11 feet away. Again, the Heat good for 2.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson's checked in for Leonard. Down low, here's Nance. It's blocked, and they get it back. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Thompson. There's the pass to Silva. It doesn't go for him. And Cleveland the other way now. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question. Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Yep, it counts.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Windler, guarded by Robinson. Windler, the pass to Nance. Gets that one to fall after missing his first two. 1 for 3 from the field. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
The Heat leading by 8. Feeds it to Iguodala. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Andre Iguodala, from the moment he stepped between the lines, has been a skilled transition scorer.
Here's Windler. Misses the 3. The Heat have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Windler. To the paint. Here's Nance. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, you've got to be decisive in your movements in the pick and roll, and Mr. Nance Jr. does exactly that.
The kick out to Dragic. Olynyk dishes to Iguodala. And it's Osman with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And it's the Heat on the break. And Olynyk gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala. And the Heat lead by 12. Passes it to Nance. Here's Windler. From deep three-point range, it's it alive, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They saw their lead grow to a high. That's all for now.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Andre Iguodala with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point. It's deflected. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Osman. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Osman's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
None, that's good.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Bucket is good.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Here's Nunn. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. Nunn. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Miami shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. Earl comes in for Robinson. Now here's Love. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here's Adebayo. He has 6. The second chance effort. Goes up again. From outside the arc. Hero, no good. And Love's got the ball here for the Cavaliers. 9-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Garland kicks to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Over Adebayo. Again, the Cavaliers score.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Three-pointer, Butler. Miami no good on that time either. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Inside, here's Drummond. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
Now Butler, after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Adebayo passes to Hero. And the Heat, another 3.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he's got his first chance at the line here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And so here's Cleveland after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
You know, Kev, I don't think you can give Olynyk a lane to the bucket. He's got tremendously long strides that allow him to get to the cup quickly.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Thompson. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Leonard. Hill finds Robinson. Three-pointer. Hill, no good. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish.
It's stolen by Nance. From deep. Off the mark. And so it's the Miami Heat headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Cavaliers trail by 7. There's Garland. But they'll get another chance. And Porter putting it right back in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Stolen by Thompson. It's stolen by Dragic. Out left to the wing. Iguodala outside. No good with the triple. Well, Cleveland shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. The drive by Thompson, and he banks in the layup.
Wow, what a nice play for Thompson to see a chance to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Here's Robinson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Windler. He's covered by Iguodala. Windler's shot is off.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-pointer tip. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, Thompson, a very good passer for a player in his position. Knows where everyone is heading.
Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Now Iguodala. Back to Dragic. Shoots from the elbow, and there's another one for the Heat.
Wow, what a great look by Andre Iguodala. We know he's unselfish. If there's space for his guy, he's going to find him.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
How about Iguodala skying for the throwdown? A little throwback dunk from Andre. Go ahead.
Over to the wing. Here's Windler. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Miami leading by 4. Dragic dishes to Iguodala. On the wing, Jones. Iguodala against Porter. Outside, Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist from Robinson. Robinson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Windler. He's covered by Iguodala. They grab their own miss. Man, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Thompson, great positioning on the putback.
Hey guys, that's exactly why Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. He just knows how to pick spots underneath the glass.
Now here's Iguodala. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Dragic. Back to Iguodala. Over Porter. Leonard trying to break free. Iguodala. No good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And Porter, here we go. Misses from close range. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Butler passes to Jones. Back to Butler. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, this guy is so good at exploiting the holes in the defense and getting inside. Jimmy Butler, high percentage finish.
Here's Sexton. Here's Love, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Floats it up for Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And so it's the Heat winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. and lower body fluid, and goaltend. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks.
Well, there's always a little extra motivation for a team. And before, well, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And for the Heat, Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1. Now here is Augustine. Here's Ennis. That one wide left. For the Heat, their last game a loss to the Hornets. And Jones with the stop.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open. Well, they say players are made in the summertime. And that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
Here's Nunn following the score by Aaron Gordon. Launches a 3. Nunn can't get it to fall. And it's Orlando's ball. And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Gordon. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Adebayo. And here is Robinson over Augustine. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Fournier. Right at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Goes up to the stripe, and the basket by Gordon. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Passes it to Jones. Now here's Butler, defended by Gordon. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Augustine. Stolen away. Jones drives in. That one falls. Jones has got 6.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Right side Fournier. 6 to shoot. Fires, high post. Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Fournier gets a wide open look. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Fournier. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Well, their passage to Adebayo. Outside, Jones. Butler on the wing. In the corner, it's Robinson. Lets it go with a 3. And no good that time. So Orlando will take it the other way. Here's Augustine. And the pass to Vucevic. Kicks it to Ennis. Over Butler. Gordon. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got his third bucket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Augustine with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the official signaled a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Dragic against Carter Williams. Here's Crowder. Miami no good on that time either.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Ross with a wide open look. Gets a very good look and converts.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba. Making an effort to share the rock.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's the Magic up by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. You learn about Jimmy Butler.
Basketball. That's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Jay Crowder out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hero into the two-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Hero. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Now here's Carter Williams. Tight defense on him. Fultz, no good. Miami trailing. Iguodala dishes to Dragic. Pass to Hero. Iguodala against Ross. Iguodala, the pass to Dragic. Just 4 to shoot. Iguodala, no good. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Magic. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Ross, that's good.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Now here's Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Birch off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Olynyk the pass to Hero. Dragic with it, guarded by Fultz. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Dragic.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement, both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic similar. Great use of speed change.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
LDA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Now here's Iguodala. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dragic looking for an opening. Pass to Hero. Over Fultz. And that one goes long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Crowder. He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Adebayo against Vucevic. Augustine in the corner. For 3, Ross. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Augustine from outside. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Now Augustine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Butler goes in, and it's Butler with the jam.
How about the ferocity from Butler? Just exploding to the rim to take that one home as soon as the lane opened up.
So that'll be it for the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Their largest deficit of the period. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. Fournier's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And the quickness on the drive, Butler showing how lethal he is cutting to the basket.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Outside Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. Back to Butler. Over Ennis. That doesn't go either for Butler. And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat. Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Butler against Gordon. Back to Butler. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Vucevic. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
The Magic making a switch here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Ennis. Fultz, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Carter-Williams. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gordon for three. They get it back. Here's Bamba. Another shot. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Dragic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
Now, opposing coaches telling their defenders be more physical with Dragic. That time he took advantage and doesn't mind getting knocked around a bit in there.
Now here's Crowder following the miss by Mohamed Bamba. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here we go. It's Butler. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic, he's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Fournier comes in for Kem Birch. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. The Magic have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Heat. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Silva. Here's Leonard. Gordon with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Ross, and he lays it straight in. Ross has got 8 points.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
The Heat leading by 7. Now here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Here's Hero. His 3-pointers off the mark. Magic have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Down low. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Goes up on the wing. Fultz, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Iguodala dishes to Leonard. Yes, that goes in.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
6 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Fultz. Off the mark and a bad shot there. And so it's the Miami Heat in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The Magic trail by 9. They've got Myers Leonard. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Now here's Ennis from the wing. And he connects with the jumper. Ennis has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic. Here's Nunn, headed by Augustine. Back to Robinson. Over to the left wing. Here's Silva. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And the Heat lead by 9.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Augustine.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The pass to Silva. Here's Nunn. Guarded by Augustine. Nunn passes to Adebayo. It's hauled in by Gordon. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. 7-point differential. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Makes it off the glass.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
Now here is Augustine. Fires the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Here's Adebayo. Up again. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Adebayo against Vucevic. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Good ball movement here by Miami. From the arc, Leonard trying to break free. Traps in the tray. Nunn's got his first 3 points of the game.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
A floater. High post Vucevic. Tries again. And that one hits back iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Ennis. He dishes it to Ross. And it's off from 3-point range. The Heat leading by 12. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Evan Fournier's checked in for the Magic. Not a lot of time left for the Magic in this one. And here's Augustine. It's tipped. Outside Butler. He kicks it to Jones, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it, and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And
tough
all of those
defend,
guys,
right?
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin. On top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
On the clock. And Evan Fournier, good for 3. 34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Floats it up for Butler. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Augustine. The offensive rebound. That shot missing. And so here is Miami. Butler passes to Jones. He gets it in there. And the Heat lead by 14.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21.
The skyline of Orlando seen here. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards.
That was a strong dunk. Thrown down with Forrest Drummond with great feel around the rim. Now, usually he's one of the leading dunkers in the NBA because he doesn't waste any time or motion in there.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Baseline J on the way. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Augustine dishes to Ennis. The baseline J. Cavaliers with the rebound.
For the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's Drummond, and then jammed down as he goes right over Nikola Vucevic.
You know, Love is, as we've seen, a solid passer for a big man. Great at breaking down the defense and firing the pass to an open teammate.
And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's good, 2 points.
And I think this is an area where Augustine is deadly, a high percentage mid-range shooter.
Now, here's Sexton. He's covered closely, sinks the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Augustine passes to Ennis, and Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers on D, leading by 5. Right side Fournier. Shot clock at 5. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Gordon trying to break loose.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Ross is checked in for James Ennis, and it's Fulton for Augustine. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
It's Drummond with the drive. Drummond is double. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Gordon. He's averaging 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
1:15 left here in the opening quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And finished off by Fultz.
You've got to step in front of Fultz, guys. I mean, he's solid when he comes rolling to the rim to hammer it down on these drives.
Porter kicks to Nance. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Sexton, no good. The Magic trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Fultz, the pass to Birch. Back to Fultz. From deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the inside, Nance. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nance has got his 2nd basket of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Windler. He's guarded by Ross. Windler with the bucket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Andre Drummond has been on display for Cleveland. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, and they've also balanced that, though, guys, with the attack off the bounce as well to get them some points.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. Do you think on average rookies are having a greater impact on their teams now than in decades past?
I really don't think so, Kevin. You can go back and look at the numbers historically. Every draft class usually has 6 to 10 rookies that have a significant impact on their respective teams. And of those 10, perhaps 10 or 12, maybe only a few are going to be on playoff teams just because of the nature of the draft. I don't really think that's changed tremendously over the decades.
3-on-3. Porter against Ross. Porter, no luck. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. It's a 14-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
Here's Windler. Cleveland gets it back. Out to Nance. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got the lead up to 14 now for Cleveland.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Fultz dishes to Bamba. Ross against Porter. No good from Ross. The Cavaliers leading by 14. This one for 3. Ross grabs the board. And for the Magic, they're shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And Fultz gets it to go.
Like that explosion to the basket. Fultz can turn it on so quickly. He's past you before you know it. Quick as a hiccup.
Windler, the pass to Sexton. Connects from three-point range. Sexton's got 9.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Here's Windler, guarded by Fultz. They get it again. Thompson passes to Windler. Kicks to Sexton. Porter outside. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. To the middle. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Birch has got his first points of the night.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
There's Porter with the 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. 6 points for Larry Nance. The Magic trail by 15. Carter Williams, the pass to Ross. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Mohamed Bamba. Gordon comes in for Carter Williams. And Essie's checked in for Ross. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Markelle Fultz. It's stolen by Vucevic. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From deep 3-point range, he can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Osman. Releases from the wing and drills it. And the Cavaliers lead by 14. Birch kicks to Fournier. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint, stolen by Gordon. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Fournier against Thompson. Shot by Gordon, wide open. To the middle, outside Fournier. Drills it from outside.
Quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
26 seconds left in the first half. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Passes to Vucevic. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Augustine. Osman, the pass to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it. All
right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, back. It was Andre Drummond who got hot in the first. He had 10 points and 5 rebounds. And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Now, here's Garland. Defense right on him. And here's Love from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton Public described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Osman's got 5 points so far.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Count that bucket.
You know, it's obvious and easy to talk about Augustine's speed. He's a speed merchant, but how about his creativity there?
There's Garland. Vucevic with the block. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Fournier.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
A tall and powerful big, Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
Shot from 16. Vucevic, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it. when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
There's Garland. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Augustine from outside. And again, it's Orlando with the three. But there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday, he's been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Here's Fournier. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. 7 points for Evan Fournier.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
The shot by Sexton, no good. It's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Magic. Trailing here by 8. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And there it is for them.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And that one's good. Drummond.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Fast break. Here come the Magic. Ennis in the corner. Wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in. And now just a 4-point Cavalier lead. The shot and game clock separated by 4 and stolen by Gordon.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Here's Sexton. Here's Drummond, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Drummond's got 18 points.
This is what Drummond is known for, fellas. I mean, assertive, aggressive, relentless, hard-working. He's just a dogged offensive rebounder.
Here's Fultz, and that one released in time, but no good. Andre Drummond. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard position.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Garland kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Vucevic. Takes it from 10. Off the left rim and out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Stolen by Bamba. Vucevic to the pass to Fultz. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And the Magic making a change here. Fournier is checked in. And Cleveland turns it over again. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus
on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
The Magic trail by 4. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Gordon goes in. Here's Vucevic. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Fultz. Thompson with the bucket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Ross kicks to Fournier. Ross passes to Vucevic. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Gordon missing. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his 1st foul. Off the inbound pass.
Outstanding D. Fournier using every inch of his reach to bother shooters.
On pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Here's Nance. That one good for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Windler. No good on the triple. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. Gordon. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Fultz.
Outstanding poise from Fultz there. I mean, his team looks for him to provide buckets like that, and he doesn't disappoint.
Nice shot by Thompson.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now, here's Fultz. He's guarded closely. Vucevic finds Fournier. 13 feet away. Drained for 2 points.
And really, come on now, that kind of drive is what you love about Fournier. No fear at all in terms of taking matters into his own hands.
Here's Ross. And the jam by Ross.
Large from T. Ross, showing major confidence out there.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Fultz. Here's Fournier, and the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 3-point Orlando lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Windler, the pass to Nance. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Feeds to Fournier. To the right side. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Nance, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Fultz, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Hey, I tell you what, Kevin, I like the fact that Markelle Fultz is not afraid of contact. He doesn't mind getting roughed up. When he's going up with his shot, he plays through that contact nicely. You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
In the corner, Drummond with it to the wing right side. Here's Osman. Rebounded by Vucevic. For 3, Gordon. And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their team, but in the end, everyone said.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder.
Our camera circling high above. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat, advantage in one series. And, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the ones. And for the Heat, they've got Jones. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Robinson. And it's none in at the 1 spot. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Offline with his 3.
I love this. Andre Drummond has gone on record saying he is one of the last true centers in the league. Hard to argue with that statement, given how Drummond has played.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Robinson, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Rebounding and defense, Drummond provides, Smitty, feels similar to an old school center.
Yeah, it does. Drummond is still very effective, even without having an outside shot, but he's gotten better at that. Most centers now can shoot threes, but Drummond is happy to stick to what he does best.
Miami with the ball after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. And it's Robinson again missing.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
And it's Osman missing.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
On the basket by Jones.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against Chicago.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Right wing. Robinson passes to Jones. Pass to Butler from downtown. No good. Shot missing. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
Here's none. Following the basket by Kevin Love. Nunn passes to Robinson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Jones. It's Drummond with the rebound.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
The open look here for Sexton. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Here's Hero. After the Cavaliers pick up 3. Three-pointer. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Nance. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. Windler, the pass to Nance. Now the pass to Thompson. It's over Olynyk. Thompson misses. The Heat with the lead. Puts it up. And there's another one for the Heat.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Windler. Down low. Here's Nance. And nothing is falling for him right now. Butler kicks to Crowder. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
And a wide open look for Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Silva in at the 4 spot. It's the group on the floor for Miami.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. Inside. Shoots. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
And we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Adebayo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Nunn passes to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala. Second chance shot. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
Pass to Nunn. They get the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Sexton the pass to Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And here is a group of young guys that know how to play some tough D in the paint. Here are the leading rookie shot blockers in the second half of the season. You take a look at Porter, an intimidating defender, 3rd in the league.
I tell you, he's picked a lot of opponents' tendencies as the year has gone on and has put that knowledge to work defensively.
Iguodala, and Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Iggy just using his tremendous athleticism there. Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Silva. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Olynyk, he's checked in for Miami. Hero comes in for Andre Iguodala. Now, here's Sexton. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Kevin Love. Passes it to Olynyk, and stolen by Love. All alone, and finished off by Porter.
Good hands by Kevin Love. Then he quickly gets the ball up the court.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's good. Heroes got 9 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Porter kicks to Love. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
The body control of Love after he takes the hit. Strong finish.
Hero passes to Silva. Yep, that one goes. He's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Adebayo against Drummond. Back to Sexton. There's Porter with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Hero. 9 points in the game so far. Adebayo passes to Olynyk. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
And that one's good by Porter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Hero. Over Porter. Love grabs the board.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Here's Silva. Here's Hero. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to... So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They lead by 10. And that does it for our half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there are some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas in life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Nunn. No points in the game yet for him. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler trying to get open as Adebayo. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Sexton kicks to Osman. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Garland's got the first bucket of the third here for the Cavs.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
And let's give him some credit. He read the situation well. He created some space, and he delivered.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Cavaliers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Now here's Jones. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. The shot by Butler, nobody around. No good on the 3.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
There's Garland. The three-pointer, no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. He's about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
A 3 from Leonard. Good on the triple. And it's a 9-point Heat lead.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous touch from range.
Here's Here's Sexton. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Sexton's got his third basket of the night.
You have to honor Sexton's jump shot. He has a strong grasp for when to let it fly.
Robinson passes to Dragic. Outside Butler. Offensive rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Unloads from 13. It's a hand on it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Windler's got 5 now.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered by Leonard. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Garland.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
And Butler gets it to go.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
Here's Windler, defended by Butler. Here's Thompson, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. Back to Dragic. Outside Robinson, fires from deep, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. From deep. The Cavaliers with a new 14. The pass to Sexton. He kicks to Garland. Cleveland gets it back. Here's Windler, defended by Butler. Windler's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender is right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Really good hands. Thompson catches the ball well in traffic, then right up in rhythm.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
Pass to Hero. Porter with the steal. It's off. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Heat. They lead by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Cavaliers trail by 5. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. They've got Iguodala, Jay Crowder out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Hero in the 2-guard.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Outstanding work from Iggy. So skilled in finishing off the drive.
Here's Garland after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. There's the 3. Garland, no good. Miami leading by 7. Back to Iguodala. Kicks it to Olynyk. Passes it to Hero. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Iguodala. And again, Miami with the triple.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Now Porter. A steal. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself. Good on the bucket. And it's a 12-point Miami lead.
Doesn't matter how many years Iguodala plays in this league, He's going to give you everything he has, wire to wire.
Drummond, and he uses the glass on the layup.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Pass to Nunn. Here's Hero. Iguodala outside. The pass to Hero. Here's Nunn. Three-pointer. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Osman. Lays it up off the glass. Osman's got his first basket of the night.
And for those who criticize Drummond facilitating, I say rewatch that play. He's improving.
Crowder inside. He's guarded by Love. Here's Hero. Fires the 3. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. Derek Jones comes in for Jay Crowder. Butler, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. And Cleveland also making a change. Sexton, he's checked in for Porter. Osman, the pass to Drummond. To the inside. Here's Love. And it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Good.
This is the one thing you can count on from Kevin Love. He's going to stay active in the lane.
Butler passes to Adebayo. Back to Butler. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Robinson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Joe. And the Heat lead by 9. Lets the 3 fly. But they get it back. Love kicks to Sexton. The tray. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points. Butler in the corner. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Those 220 pounds came in handy. Jimmy Butler using his big body and muscling those tough shots.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Robinson leading the charge. The rebound by Kevin Love. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Looking to get back on track here. Sexton's shot is good.
Great job scanning the floor by Kevin Love, using his vision to find the open man.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Miami Heat. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Outside Robinson. Butler passes to Adebayo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Heat with some changes. Crowder, he's checked in for Adebayo. Hill comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Robinson. Here's Windler. He's guarded by Hill. Windler with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And here's Miami. 6-point lead. And Hill throws it down.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
There's the triple. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that one, good.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
And so it's Miami winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, let's get it.
improvement, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So here's Miami's starting group. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Magic, at the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. Now, here is Robinson. Pass to Nunn. He kicks it to Butler. 5 to shoot. From about 19 feet. Nunn can't get it to fall. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Magic. It's a 3-point game. The Heat beat them. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, Jones. And there's the pass to Adebayo. They need this. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Augustine dishes to Gordon. The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Outside Fournier. Back to Gordon. Over Jones. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Nunn passes to Jones. Here's Nunn. Back to Jones. The Heat need to get a shot off. Robinson misses. The Magic have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Inside. Here's Adebayo. No good on that one. The Magic go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. And it's Butler with the jam.
Boy, out in transition, Butler gets his eyes on the rim, and there's no denying him.
Stolen by Robinson. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Adebayo. Rebound by the Magic.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points his last outing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You've got to be careful how you guard Nikola Vucevic. This guy is so good at forcing the defense to hit him on the way to the cup.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burch is checked in for Gordon. Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Now here's Iguodala. Out to the right wing. Clock at 4. Here's Hero. From outside, off the mark. Magic leading by 9. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Shoot from the right block. Good as the jump shot falls.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. Bamba is checked in for the Magic. The Heat also changing it up. Leonard, he's checked in for Crowder. Hill comes in for Andre Iguodala. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Now here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And big men who can shoot really changes the dynamic of your offense.
It's almost gotten to the point where you have to be able to hit that face-up jumper nowadays. Very few exceptions to that rule.
Here's Perch, and it's good for 2. Perch has got his second bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Leonard, the pass to Robinson. And it's in there. Up top, Fultz. And so it's Orlando holding up. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a
call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Robinson. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Dragic. And it's Silva in at the small forward. Now here's Ross. A 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Tries from 10. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Silva. You hear these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case. But it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
And passing with a purpose there. I love how Carter Williams keeps his teammates involved.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Leonard with the bucket.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Carter Williams finds Ross. Misses from short range. The Heat trail by 5. Passes it to Olynyk. Shoots. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Birch the pass to Carter Williams. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. And here's Miami. They're on a 10-2 run here. Got a piece of it. To the middle. Bamba. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Now here is Robinson. Guarded by Fultz. Olynyk inside. Outside for Robinson. Shot clock at 3. From deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Augustine passes to Vucevic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Here's Gordon. Kept alive. To the wing right side. Here's Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Second shot opportunity. Another miss by Orlando. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside. His moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Jones checked in for Miami. Robinson comes in for Hero. The Heat trail by 4. Pass to Nunn. 29 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Adebayo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. Jones, the pass to Nunn. Back to Jones. It could go, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Out in front of the half is Orlando. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny. And that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
He's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Now, here's Fournier. Kicks it to Gordon. Now the dish to Ennis. Back to Gordon. Ennis taking his time here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. Now here's Iguodala. G right on him. Gordon with the defensive effort. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Orlando trailing here. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Good on the three-point shot. Fournier's got 5.
Well, you love the shooter's mentality that Evan Fournier possesses, thinking of pulling up before he even makes the catch.
Jones, no luck.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Hero, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Hero's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Orlando making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for James Ennis. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Now here's Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Well, excellent pursuit of the basketball by Mo Bamba. Love his effort there.
Here's Dragic, following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Hero passes to Crowder. Dragic looking for an opening. And the pass to Hero. Launches it. Tries again. And it's Butler missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Ross finds Gordon, and that one drops for him. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different areas, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison. How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
7-foot shot. Misses off the right iron.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Fultz. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, obviously a rough start to the career of #1 pick Markelle Fultz. The shoulder injury sort of takes away his shooting ability when the Sixers trade him away. You're rooting for this young man to get back to his game.
And the Magic making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Heat also with the sub. Robinson's checked in. Now here's Crowder. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. And some have said, Doris, for Fultz, not just physical issues dogging him early on.
Well, I think you have to consider, Kevin, when you are the #1 overall pick, extraordinary pressure comes with that. So now with a new team, perhaps that fresh start gives Markelle Fultz an opportunity to showcase his big-time talent.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. And slam dunk by Butler.
You can hear the impact that dunk just had on this arena. Butler making his presence felt.
Here's Gordon, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Gordon's got 8 points. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And Butler gets it to go.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Now Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Passes it to Fournier. And a miss there on the triple. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And time to step aside. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. They've got Jimmy Butler. Olynyk is out there with Iguodala. And it's Silva in at the 4. Iguodala against Ross. Pass to Nunn. Dishes it to Iguodala. Pulls up on the wing. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's deflected.
Okay, Kelly Olynyk getting up high for that rejection. At 7 feet, that length comes in handy.
Ross. And that one is off. And it's Miami the other way. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. It's stolen. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closer. Banked in off the glass. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Augustine, no luck. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's good. Butler's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Here's the one thing, off the ball, Butler is good, but with the ball in his hands, turn the lights out.
Augustine, no luck.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Pass to Nunn. Back to Butler. 16 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Magic trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gordon. Oh, that's blocked. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Silva. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. High post Vucevic. There's the pass to Ennis. Augustine from outside. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A drive by Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, Kev, you love the determined nature of Andre Iguodala. Even when he gets bodied, he's willing to power through it.
The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And that one misses.
Well, I think the veteran and championship experience of Andre Iguodala is critical. This guy is a versatile forward who is well known for being a defensive stopper.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Augustine.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
Nunn passes to Butler, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Robinson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Gordon kicks to Fournier. They get it back, and the basket by Gordon.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Timeout called the Heat. They're leading by 5. 1:39 left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jimmy Butler.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, I think, guys, in addition to becoming an elite two-way player, what I love about Jimmy Butler is the passion he plays with. Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Now here is Augustine. Comes up empty down low. Here's Miami now. They're on a 14-5 run here. Shots good by Butler.
Jimmy Butler is a problem for this defense. Right now, they've got nothing for him. Go ahead, GB. Do some work.
Here's Augustine. Rebound by the Heat. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Adebayo. Kicks to Robinson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Several teams changing it up here. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Crowder, the pass to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And Dragic has it in the corner. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Dragic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And a foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, shooting one.
Free throw no good for Frazier.
Frazier.
5 seconds left in the game. There's Dragic with the three, and that one drops.
Finishing strong.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers.
And the Cavaliers already with a focused look on their faces as they arrived earlier. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You look at Orlando, they're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And of course, there's the Cavaliers. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they're already looking to the offseason. And that's a shame. Their fans deserve a little bit more from this team.
Well, body language right now kind of telling the story. Losing takes a huge toll on you, especially during an 82-game grind.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. Pass to Osman. There's Garland. Love trying to break loose. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Three-pointer Augustine. No good on that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
The Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The shot. Rebound, Andre Drummond.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
On offense, here are the Magic. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Three-pointer Augustine. Love grabs the board.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Sexton getting right through the defense and putting that speed to work.
Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Terrence Ross is checked in for James Ennis. Garland with the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Baseline try. The rebound by Kevin Love.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Osman, the pass to Love. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Vucevic against Drummond. Stolen by Garland. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. The Magic trail by 8. Augustine dishes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Love. Here's Drummond. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Vucevic.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Gordon. Fultz, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. The Cavaliers leading by 8. Here's Windler. The pass to Sexton. For the three. And the three ball is good. Sexton's got his third bucket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Fultz, no good. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Windler, the pass to Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. And another three for Cleveland.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Sexton up again, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
On the court for Orlando, they've got Fultz. Also, Carter Williams out there. Terrence Ross is out there with Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the power forward. Grant, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what you look for all the time in replays when you see that call, it's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yes.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle.
Great positioning on the putback. Windler's got 5.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the shot goes in. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Now Porter still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the jam by Larry Nance.
Yeah, for Nance Jr., it's about the quickness with which he can be impactful.
With the pass.
Ennis kicks to Fultz. Bamba with it. He's picked up by Nance. Bamba against Nance. Back to Bamba. Pocket 6. Trying his luck from deep. Kept alive Orlando. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Sexton. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Garland, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. Garland with the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Carter Williams finds Vucevic. Good D by Johnson.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Down low. And Thompson throws it down.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Porter with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Garland leading the charge.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Gordon, and a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Gordon's got his third basket of the night. Cleveland leading by 17. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Porter passes to Nance. Thompson left side. Nance trying to break loose. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Magic trail by 15. Ennis kicks to Fournier. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Here's Porter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Porter's got his first 2 points of the night. Orlando's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. On the wing, Gordon. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. Hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Passes it to Vucevic. Over Thompson. Thompson with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Windler. For 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Carter Williams dishes to Gordon. Off target at the rim. A dominating first half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by... And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Garland in at the point guard.
Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Garland with the bucket. And Sexton a combo guard. Far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those 2 play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
4 on the shot clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. Fourth, the Magic.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
And Augustine kicks to Fultz. Here's Ross. Bamba trying to break free. Ross, that's good. Ross has got his first points in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Sexton. No good from outside. Drummond. Pass to Osman. Back to Drummond. Shoots over Bamba. Can't get it to fall. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got 11 points.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Sexton. Love outside. They grab their own miss. And Drummond is right there. And the Cavaliers lead by 20.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Fultz. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Osman. Here's Drummond. Cleveland moving it around. And the pass to Osman. Gordon against Love. Over Gordon. Sexton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
Here's Augustine. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. He has 5. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move, off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
The open look here for Sexton. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And there's Fultz on the assist from Bamba.
And Fultz loves pushing the pace. He's downright terrifying in the open floor. Loves jumping all over the defense.
Pass to Love. To the paint. Now, here's Garland. Headed by Augustine. Charity stripe shot. Tries to save it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Love. Ken Burge is checked in for the Magic. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here is Augustine. Guarded closely. Gordon finds Augustine. The baseline jumper goes down. Augustine's got 5. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Thompson. Here's Windler. That will count. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Vucevic, then it's Ennis, and it's Birch in at the 4. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
2 on the clock. Thompson. Here's Nance. Pass to Sexton. There's Porter at the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half. This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Nance passes to Sexton. Count it. Good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Augustine, and it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now the pass to Porter. Cleveland moving it around. Passes to Nance. Augustine with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Nance. Off target from outside. For Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Ennis kicks to Fournier. The shot by Birch, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Here's Windler. And another miss by Cleveland. Magic shooting a meager 37% for the game. It's tipped. Nance against Vucevic. Nance outside. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Windler. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Darius Garland.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Vucevic off target on the 15-footer.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Nance finds Porter. Here's Windler. He's guarded by Fournier. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck. So it's Orlando now. Here's Ennis. Windler with the rebound. Sexton with it. The 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.